My name is Arya. I want to tell you my story. It is a story of love, mistakes, and hope. When I was a child, I was very quiet. I did not talk much. I didn't have many friends. My parents were very strict. They said, no playing, no friends, no hobbies. I stayed home all day. I watched other kids play outside. I wanted to join them. But my parents said, stay inside. I didn't go to kindergarten. When I started school, I was scared. I asked myself, how will I talk to other kids? But slowly, I made friends. I stayed quiet at school. I told myself, be quiet, be safe. I loved art. I wanted to join drawing and sports classes. But my parents said no. They said, art is not important. Focus on your studies. I listened to them. I followed the rules. After school, I went to college. That's where I met Ryan. He was tall and funny. He made me laugh. He said, you are so beautiful. No one ever said that to me before. I felt special. We talked for hours. He said, you are my best friend. I wanted to study and get a good job. But Ryan didn't like that. He said, why do you need a degree? You can marry me. I was 18 years old. I was in love. I thought, Ryan will take care of me. He asked me to marry him. He said, let's start a family. I stopped going to college. I gave up my dreams. I thought, love is more important than school. At first, we were happy. We laughed. We held hands. We had a daughter. Her name was Lily. She was small and sweet. I loved being a mother, but then things started to change. Ryan said, you can't wear those clothes. He didn't like my tattoos. He said, change your hair. I stopped meeting my friends. He said, you don't need them. Stay home. Ryan started coming home late. He said, I was with friends, but he never looked happy. I felt lonely. I wanted to talk, but he didn't listen. One night he shouted at me. He said, you are not a good wife. I cried. I didn't know what to do. I told myself, maybe it will get better. But in my heart, I was afraid. Ryan started to change. He told me what to wear. He said, you don't look like my wife. He didn't like my short hair. He didn't like my tattoos. He didn't like my friends. He said, stay home. Take care of Lily. I said okay. I wanted peace, but he didn't come home much. When I asked where he was, he said, out with my friends. Why do you ask so many questions? One night, he got angry. He shouted. He said, you make me tired. You are useless. Then he hit me. I sat on the floor and cried. I never thought this would happen to me. I went to my parents. I said, please help me. Ryan hit me. But they said, you are married. Go back. Be a good wife. I went back. I told myself, maybe he will change. I got pregnant again. I had a baby boy. His name was Jake. Ryan didn't come to the hospital. When I came home, he said, you're back already. I felt empty. I felt invisible. Then I found out the truth. Ryan had a girlfriend. He didn't hide it. He said, she loves me more than you. I wanted to scream. I wanted to leave. But I had no money. I had 2 small kids. One day Ryan joined the army. He left us. He said, you can manage. I cried every day. My father died during that time. My mother moved far away. I was alone. No job. No help. No hope. 3 months later, Ryan called. He said, I made a mistake. Please take me back. I still loved him. So I said yes. But Ryan didn't change. He still shouted. He still hurt me with his words. Now we were married for many years. I looked in the mirror and asked, who am I now? I didn't laugh anymore. I didn't dream. I only tried to survive. Every morning I woke up early. I made breakfast. I packed Lily's school lunch. I took care of Jake. But some days were very hard. I cried in the bathroom so my children wouldn't see. Then, something small changed my life. One afternoon, there was a knock on the door. It was my neighbor. Her name was Sarah. She smiled and said, "Hi, Arya. Want to come for tea?" I wanted to say no. I was scared Ryan would get angry. But I went. I needed someone to talk to. Sarah looked at me kindly. She said, "You are not alone." I cried. For the first time in years, I felt seen. Sarah became my friend. She talked to me. She listened. One day she said, "You're strong, Arya. You can do something for yourself." I laughed. I said, "What can I do? I have no job, no money." Sarah smiled and said, "Start small. What do you like to do?" I thought for a moment. "I like baking," I said. "I love making cakes." Sarah said, "Start baking at home. Sell cakes to neighbors." I was scared, but I tried. I made one chocolate cake. Sarah bought it. Then her friend bought two more. People started calling me. They wanted birthday cakes, cupcakes, cookies. I was so busy. For the first time in years, I felt proud. I was doing something. Something for me. Something for my children. One evening, Ryan came home. He saw a flower on the table, boxers on the floor. He shouted, "Why are you baking? You don't need to work." I looked at him. My hands were shaking, but I said, "I need to do this. For me, for Lily and Jake. I will not stop." Ryan was shocked. He didn't say anything. He left the room. That night, I couldn't sleep, but I felt strong. I told myself, this is the start. From that day, I changed. Not all at once, but little by little. I cut my hair short again. I wore colorful clothes. I smiled at myself in the mirror. Lily said, "Mom, you look so happy." I hugged her. Jake laughed and said, "Mommy, you smell like cake." I laughed with them. Ryan still got angry sometimes. But I started setting rules. I told him, "If you hurt me again, I will leave." He didn't believe me, but I stayed strong. I meant it. I started saving money. I made new friends. Sarah introduced me to kind people. I began doing small things I used to love. Drawing, listening to music, going for walks. One day I looked around my home. Lily was drawing. Jake was laughing. And I was smiling. I didn't know what the future would bring. But I knew something for sure. I was not the same girl anymore. I had found my voice. I had found hope. I still want a happy life, a free life. And now, I believe it's possible. If Arya can find her strength, you can too. Every small step matters. You are not alone. You are learning. You are growing. Keep going. Believe in yourself and never give up. If this story touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share. Practice your English with more emotional and easy stories. You are strong. You are learning. You are not alone.